Yo, YouTube, what is good, bruv gang, what is good? We are back with another video. So guys, Monolith Soft out of nowhere shadow dropped the release date this past week about the final wave of DLC we've all been waiting for, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed DLC, which is set to release on Tuesday, April 25th. In this video, I'll be giving you guys all the details we know so far, and as always, my first thoughts, so stay tuned. So, Xenoblade Chronicles 3's final downloadable content, Expansion Pass Volume 4 Future Redeemed, will launch on April 25th, published Nintendo and developer Monolith Soft have announced. So, here is a brief overview of the content and more via Nintendo. Set before the events of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game, players join a cast of new and familiar characters in an original story scenario that connects all three installments in the Xenoblade Chronicles series. Future Redeemed also features new battle mechanics such as Unity Combo, where two characters can attack in unison. Additionally, the Pyra and Mythra 2-pack amiibo figures will be released on Friday, July 21st. By scanning the Pyra amiibo in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, players can change the appearance of the sword for Noah's Swordfighter class to match Pyra's Aegis sword. When scanning the Mythra amiibo in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the sword for Noah's Swordfighter class will match Mythra's Aegis sword. The Aegis sword weapon skins can be used by all players after meeting a condition with a patch that will be released in the future. Finally, new Noah and Mio amiibo figures have been announced. So guys, just quickly regarding the amiibo figures, man, I love anything to do with amiibos, man. I love adding amiibos to my setup. I cannot wait for the Noah and Mio ones to drop. Of course, people are going to be clamoring away to get those, man. Amiibos sell like hotcakes, man, but I cannot wait to pick up the Noah and Mio ones. I'm actually really excited to see how they look as well, man. Nintendo always do a great job with their amiibo figures, man. They always look so dope in anyone's setup. So definitely will be picking up the Noah and Mio ones when they do eventually drop, 100%. So guys, let's move on to the meat and drink of this video, man. Let's get straight into it. So, here are 8 things we know so far about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed DLC. Future Redeemed is a prequel to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, featuring a new protagonist, a totally original story that will connect the stories of 3 Xenoblade games in a way never told before. It's important to note also that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed DLC can be played without having played the original base game. You can strengthen the party through the use of bond points in the bond ability growth menu. Bond points are shared throughout the party, so it's quite difficult to decide who to strengthen and how. Items you obtain throughout the world will be listed in the Collectopedia, an item encyclopedia. By collecting and registering certain numbers of items, you can earn bond points, so make sure to pick up as many rare items as you can. Enemies you battle throughout the world will be registered to the enemy encyclopedia, known as the Ennepedia. Just like the Collectopedia, you can earn bond points by defeating certain numbers of enemies. The party can strengthen their weapons in Riku's workshop. Weapons are strengthened by exchanging money and materials, which can be obtained from chests as well as unique monsters. In addition to the normal leveling system, Future Redeemed features a new mechanic called the Bond Navigator. You can strengthen Matthew and Co using the bond points you'll collect by achieving certain goals, such as defeating enemies or collecting items. And finally, unleash special moves known as Union Combos. By combining the power of 2 party members, by performing these special moves on an enemy in the launch state, you can do a Union Combo. The recast of them can be increased by using more arts. Union Combos vary on the combination of party members and vary in damage. Also, they will always inflict smash, burst or blowdown. In addition, 2 characters who perform the combo will receive an awakening buff, so be sure to act aggressively with it. So, moving on, here is some of the information we know so far on the new and returning characters and their respective abilities. First off, starting with Matthew, and his class is Ouroboros Knuckles. Matthew fights using the martial artist class. His weapon of choice is the Ouroboros Knuckle. He's an attacker who uses a flurry of hits, smashing the enemy without giving them time to attack. His talent art, Gigantic Beat, recovers 50% of the charge for all of his arts. So moving on, we have A. A is personally my favorite character so far. She looks amazing so far, and I'm really excited to see how her class Monado Fencer turns out as well. So A's class is Monado Fencer. With the Monado as a weapon, A is an offensive healer who uses sharp slashes to vanquish foes. A's talent art, Vision, disables all attacks on the party for a period of time. While using Vision, you can also use Vanishing End, which hits all foes. So next up we have Nicole. Nicole's class is Machinist, and he wields the variable backpack. He's a defender and can activate numerous effects when attacking and blocking. His talent art is Total Destruction, which nullifies enemy defense and increases Nicole's defense during the attack. So moving on, we have the ultimate Chad and my guy, Big Rex, and his class is Master Driver. Rex dual wields the Pyra and Mythra blades, a powerful swordsman who wields dual greatswords. He's flexible and frank, and alongside Shulk leads the Liberators. He lost his left eye in battle. So next up we have my guy, and of course the GOAT, Shulk. Everyone loves Shulk, and his class is Grand Soldier, a kind swordsman who wields a great red sword. Due to previous battles, his right arm has been replaced with prosthetic. He can only wield his sword with his left hand. So I will be leaving a screenshot on screen, but you guys already know who Shulk bears a striking resemblance to, and of course because this guy has a prosthetic now, he bears a striking resemblance to my guy, and of course they have paid homage to my guy, the GOAT, Dunban. Dunban, I love Dunban. He is my favorite character in all of Xenoblade, man. I love Dunban, man. Dunban is the GOAT. So I will be leaving a screenshot on screen as well, side by side as well. You guys can see the resemblance there, what they have done within that as well. So I'm really happy that they have done that and paid homage to my guy Dunban. Big shout out to Dunban. That is my guy, man. And finally we have Glimmer. Glimmer's class is Shimmering Musician, and she wields the brilliant Heavenly Flame Cane. She is a healer who plays music to aid her allies. Her melodies can produce a number of effects. Her talent art, Roaring Flame Song of Heaven, restores HP to all allies when it hits. So guys, me personally, I am so hyped to play with the new characters, man. The new characters that have caught my eye so far have been as I did say, man, her class Monado Fencer looks amazing, and her design as well is top notch, man. I love A's design. A's design looks so cool. Of course we have Matthew as well with the Ouroboros Knuckles, man. He's going to be super fun to play with as well. Of course we have my guy Rex. Big Rex, of course, he's dual wielding, he's a dual wielding badass now. This guy's got Pyra and Mithra Blaze. This guy is going to be amazing to play with. And of course we have Shulk as well. Shulk is gonna be more of a defensive class, but I cannot wait to play with him, man. He's gonna be so cool. And of course the other two, we have Nicole, and of course we do have Glimmer as well. Their respective abilities are really dope, and of course their characters look really dope and interesting too, man. Cannot wait to check these out when this game does eventually drop, man, or when this DLC does eventually drop, should I say. Of course it does feel like it's going to be a separate game. Of course, just a side note on this as well, I actually do think what they're going to do with Future Redeemed, I think they're going to do what they did with Torn of the Golden Country. So of course this will start off as a digital release as part of the DLC pack, but I do feel that they will release this game as standalone, or this DLC should I say, as standalone, as its own game basically. I do feel they will do this, and I definitely will pick this up. They will release it standalone, should I say, physical, sorry, that's what I was looking for. They will release this game physical, or this DLC should I say, as a game physical, get my words muddled up, but definitely will be picking this up 100% if they do decide to drop it as a physical release, man, because this on its own is going to be its own game. From what I've seen so far, from the screenshots, in terms of the levels as well, it's looking, you can go up to a good chunk, you go up to about level 60 or 70 from what I've seen from the screenshots so far. So this DLC looks like it's going to be extremely hefty, and it's going to be a super nice wrap up, man, to all of the Xenoblade content and all of the Xenoblade games that we know and love, man. I cannot wait to check this out. So guys, finally I just wanted to talk about something. I'm going to be leaving this on screen so you guys can check this out as well for yourself. So there is a relationship chart for Future Redeemed, and I just want to talk about some of the points that I did notice from the relationship chart. So firstly, Glimmer actually looks like she could be the daughter of Rex, and she bears a striking resemblance to Pyra as well. So spoiler alert, if you guys didn't play Xenoblade Chronicles 3, at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 there is a photo of Rex alongside Pyra, Mithra and Nia, and of course he did marry the three of them and had children with each of them. So Glimmer looks like she could very well be the child of Pyra and Rex. Of course with the red hair that she does have as well, she definitely looks like Pyra 100%. Hopefully within this Future Redeemed DLC we kind of do get some clarity on that as well, but I think my theory might be correct, and I do think that Glimmer is the daughter of Rex and Pyra. So another thing I noticed was Nicole. Nicole looks like he could be the son of Shulk and Fiora, just based off his looks alone, and of course he has the goggles on his head just like a young Shulk from back in Xenoblade Chronicles. He looks very much like Shulk, man, 100%. He's got the blonde hair, and of course he's got the goggles like I did say, but he bears a striking resemblance to Shulk 100%. So I do feel my theory could be correct, and Nicole could be the son of Shulk and Fiora. So definitely let me know down below in the comments as well if you guys are feeling the same way. From what I've seen on Twitter as well, it kind of seems, and Reddit as well, it kind of seems that people kind of do have the same theories. I'm hopeful that in Future Redeemed that this is cleared up 100%. I would love to see that the theories do actually come to fruition and are actually true as well. And finally, with the last point, it doesn't have any relation directly to the Xenoblade Chronicles series as a whole, but it's something I did notice and I thought was a nice touch. Noah's descendant in the DLC, Matthew, as I mentioned when the trailer first dropped for Future Redeemed, bears a striking resemblance to Fei Wong from Xenogears. Of course the games have no correlation with Xenogears, of course, but it's always a nice thing to see, and it's always nice to see that Tetsuya Takahashi always takes pride in Xenogears and always tries to kind of like put his little spin in it whenever he can, of course. course, this is a nice touch, man, putting it within a character. Of course, the hair is very similar. Matthew's hair, sorry, is very similar to Fei Wong from Xenogears. And of course, Xenogears is a game that I 100% recommend people to check out if you have not checked out Xenogears. Definitely check that game out, man. Big shout out to Tetsuya Takahashi for that as well. So that'll do it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching. That was all the details we know so far about the final wave of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC Future Redeem, which is set to release on Tuesday, April 25th. Please let me know down below your thoughts on the DLC. Me personally, I'm super hyped for this to drop, so please like, sub, share if you're new, hit that notification bell so you get notified of my videos first, and I hope I can be you guys' #1 source for all JRPG news. So from me to you, this has been your bruv, the big bruv, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. I'm out. Peace.